Hey guys, welcome back to J&V Rock Hounding. I'm Jay. V's at work. It's been a different week for me. I'm not on the road. I had to get my medical certification done, and I went Monday to get it done, yesterday to get it done, and they were closed. And it's an hour drive for me to go to this place where I get it done because of the weather. And the roads were not bad. So now I'm sitting here at the house because I could have went and got it done today. They are open today. But if I lose one day like that, I might as well just take off the whole week. That maybe don't sound intuitive to you guys, but yeah, I lose too much just by one day because it's like I lose more than one day. It's hard to explain. Anyways, I just said heck with it, and I'll go do this tomorrow. I got the other box from Richardson's from all the Brazilians I got from him. I got the stuff from Highland Park, these island agates and some mixed lot of jaspers. I want to show these things, and then I'm going to cut them and show them after I've cut them. I'm not going to show the cutting process. I'm here by myself. Vicky is at work, like I said, so yeah, I just felt like doing it. You know, I don't want to be cutting late. I'm going to cook some dinner tonight, so yeah, I guess what I'll do is I'll show you I've already got it laid out. I'll show you the stuff from Highland Park first, and then I'll put that stuff over to the side, and then I will show the stuff from Jesse, the Brazilians, because there's a couple. I mean, they're all rough. I mean, I don't think you're going to see anything with the Brazilians, but there might be a couple I want to kind of talk about. So yeah, let me get this turned around, and I'll show you the island agates at least, and maybe a couple of the, I don't know if I'll cut any of the jaspers. They're all red jaspers. I don't know. I haven't looked at them real close yet, so we'll see. All right, let's take us a look here. Start on this side over here. I sent some of you a little sneak peek over in the rock circle, but for those of you not in that messenger group, guess I'll show this stuff. So I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to cut. You see this thing's got almost a half a face showing, and it's already showing gray bands. This side's been oxidized for a while, and then these two sides here are pretty much fresher fractured off pieces. So basically the only thing I can do to not be like some people most recently, you don't want to cut through a face, especially when you see such a beautiful banded agate. You just don't want to do that. That's retarded. It's just, you got to cut behind it. So here's the start of that face. Here's the start of this face right here. So you want to end the cut right behind that, just like that. Hopefully that'll be, now you could take and mark that with a pen or a pencil or, you know, aluminum rod, you know, one of them little sharpened aluminum pieces or something like that. So you kind of got a line of how you want to cut that. The person, I'm not going to name names, but the person I started watching, some of y'all will know. I started watching this person. I learned how to cut. I learned a lot of stuff that I learned from watching his videos, and that person always talked about how he cuts and make sure, you know, you don't cut through the windows. And then on his latest video, he took several of them and cut right through the middle of windows of freaking awesome agates. Why do you do that? Why did he don't even care anymore? It just makes me mad. Ugh. So this one's got a window on this side, nothing on this side, nothing on that side, and a window on this side. And then these are, a lot of these island agates will look like this. They'll be so exposed. They've been setting out for a long time, and they'll be very oxidized, but you can see how banded that's going to be. How there's a lid, the window kind of goes all the way through there. So when you have no choice, you know, I got to cut a little bit, but that is just barely any bit of a window right there. So the basic thing I can do is just cut right down straight through the middle of that, avoiding, you know, not cutting right through the middle of these two. Yeah. So that, I mean, most of these are obvious that they're going to be really good. Now this one right here is less obvious, but I mean, it looks like it's got some stuff in there. Looking at that right there, that's kind of sticking out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So it's got a nice face on it. So on this one, the only thing I can do is pretty much cut it like this. So I want to try to cut it for the biggest volume. Josh over at Agate Bay, he pretty much is somebody to watch to learn how to cut agates for good specimens, because that's what he does. He's got a lot of good material. He deals in some really high-end stuff. So yeah, I'll probably try to get behind this. So I got to I'll have to go a little bit, maybe if I angle it this way a little bit, hold it this way, I can get up this way some, but stay behind this right here. And then I want to stay behind this too. So right through here on this side, I wish I had a saw like him where I could clamp it in, so that I could cut it at that kind of an angle, because as it's sitting on the saw, it's going to be sitting like this. So if I cut it with it flat on the saw, it's going to cut right through back farther on this side, and I'm going to miss a good chunk of that volume right there. And it's obviously got some good banding up in there. So that's going to be a challenge to hand cut that one that way. A little bit of a window right there. It's hard to see. A little bit of window right there. So this one's going to have to be cut. There's a little window right there, so I'll have to cut it right through there to avoid that window. That one's kind of a little bit of a mystery. This one right here is not a mystery. But that recedes back down in there a little bit. So, and then there's a big window on this side. So there's see, some of these are so hard to cut. So with this one, I can't avoid some of the windows, excuse me. So I'm just gonna try to avoid that part and cut it right through here. I got to cut it far enough back to where I miss that part. Maybe I'll cut it more of an angle starting right here and going back this way so that I can get a little bit bigger. I can start it over this way a little bit more. Now this sucker's big, and the whole thing's a window. This one, because of this crystal face, which is awesome. Look at the crystals in that. I don't think that goes all the way in there. So, and then you've got that nice window right there. So I think the best thing to do with this one is to stay back far from that and cut it right through middle back here. And that's a big freaking agate. So, and then these jaspers, I didn't really get them wet to look at them myself yet. I wonder if any of them are oolitic, so I wanted to kind of get it. I don't know where they're from. They didn't say. The tag just says mixed lot. I mean, they're pretty jaspers. There ain't no doubt about that. I love my jaspers. So I couldn't resist, you know, getting me some. Vicky likes the red. Yeah. Just kind of glancing, I don't see any of them being oolitic, but they're pretty. This one's kind of neat. I don't think I'll cut any of these. Not today, but they definitely will be used in future videos to make pendants and stuff with, because you know, I love the red jaspers. I like it better when there's red and yellow combined, sort of like this one. Although on camera that looks really yellow, in person that looks more tan. Yeah, I don't know where they're from. If you know where, if you recognize where they might be from, and it being a mixed lot, they could be from all over the place. It could be in a whole nother country, you know. See, that's all it says, mixed lot. So, all right, let me get these over to the side and get these Brazilians out and show you. Well, I guess I could just show them right here. I've got them right here next to me. Why does this light look off? There we go. I don't know what happened. The light was on the different temperature setting or whatever. So this one, I wanted to show this one specifically. I mean, looks like it might have some water lines, some eyes and stuff. Now I've seen quite a bit of these cut that have this opal-esque looking husk, moon, stone looking pitted, you know, I don't know, looks like a moon rock or something. And a lot of these that I've seen cut like that look like that end up having opal in them. They're pretty Brazilians. That one's not It's got a little bit of window right there. From what I've seen, you want to cut them. This is kind of the rounded side. This is kind of the flat pointed side. So you want to cut it through there. Now this one cut through the middle of the flat face. I wouldn't cut it this way myself, but I see people cut them like that all the time. This is a different type of Brazilian. If this is a Brazilian, I don't know if that is Brazilian. I guess we'll find out when I cut it. It might be. There's different locations for these agates in Brazil, so this one's kind of like the first one. Shape of it and everything. They're good size agates, you know. Not huge, but this one's kind of the same. And a lot of them that I've seen that are shaped like this, they have great banding. A lot of times they'll have water lines, or they'll have geo pockets in them. But you know, none of these are showing windows. I don't know if I'll cut all these, but definitely going to cut. I'm going to cut every one of those island agates. Shoot, you can see how translucent that one is. That looks more carnelian, but it's got that Brazilian outside look. Yep. I'm probably gonna, same thing, it's got thin on this side and kind of rounded on this side. I could cut straight through the middle of this right here. I could cut, now that'll be weird because it's thin all the way through here, so yeah, I don't want to cut across this way. Oh, that one's a little bit odd. Showing a little bit of stuff right there. Let me see if we can. Yeah, look at that little window. Yep, that's going to be a pretty one. I have to really think about that one. Cut it right between these two windows. It's kind of a window right there too, though. Yep. These are all about the same size, decent size agates. Like that. Two more. Little window right there. Little window right there. Oh, that's gonna be going. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Last one, I think. Yep. This one don't show much of anything. Right through there. Yep. All right, let me get this stuff cut. Next time you see me, I'll be showing the stuff. busting out right there. I got a pile of crap. Damn it. Look. Not even gonna look at that one. All right now. All right, here we go. I cut all the island agates, and I only cut 4 of the Brazilians. I'm starting to have some trouble with those bigger, rounder ones like that. Had some trouble with that island too, so I got to get a new blade. I've been saying it. I've got a new blade, but I just don't. I wanted to cut some of these little thundereggs too, and I don't want to cut with that thicker blade with these, so I just said heck with it. I stopped cutting the bigger stuff and went ahead and cut some of these, because I have no problem with that blade with these little things. So I went ahead and cut some of these. So let's just start with these. I know I didn't show these like I was going to cut them, but I can't help myself. I like cutting. And these things are awesome. And I've still got quite a bit to cut. I'll just pick some out to cut. And I don't even know where to start. Let's start right down there in this. Let me go ahead and zoom in. So far, these things have been pretty good thundereggs. There's been a couple of them that have been just fantastic. Now, those two ain't too bad. Maybe not the traditional looking thunder egg, but, and I didn't leave any of these out, so there's a couple that aren't the best. That's got good rhyolite in that one. It's got nice fortifications all around that middle pocket. I wish I could keep from hitting the thing. That is wild. Look at the fortification in that red there. Got some pseudomorph action going on in there. Yeah, I didn't see the. Yeah, there's a little bit right there in that red. So you got to get close to look at these things sometimes to see the detail, because even on my phone, holding it that close, I don't see those bands in that red. And then I get closer and it's like, ooh, look at that. And there's pink. What's the pink from? What in the world could that pink be from? For real. I don't know. I wish I knew where all these were from. I know they're probably, it's a mixed lot, so they can be from different locations. This one wasn't the best. It's got a little pocket there. And I would have totally missed that if I'd cut it the other way. Across this way. Yeah. This one right here, this one's pretty wild. You see that? Nice thunder egg pattern. It's black and white. Black forts and opal. Trying to get close enough to where you can see it detail. My hand keeps bumping the thing. There's a water line in that. Look in the center of that black. Okay, that one's pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's got some stuff in it. It's got some banding on this side. Almost looks mossy instead of just rhyolite on the rest of that. Yeah, it was a thunder egg. You can tell it from the outside. This one, I was going to cut it this way, and I saw this little nub right there, and I was like, well, what if that's a triple? And it was. Actually, it was a quad. And I just now noticed that it was. So we got one pocket with opal, one pocket with chalcedony and opal, one pocket that's got a little geode crystal filled bug, geode pocket, something in there, and then one just straight chalcedony. that pocket. Look at the little crystals down there. Nice crystals in it. Even got some fortifications going around the outside of it when you get closer. Heck yeah. That was a cool little one too. Guys, this only gets better. Not just with the thunder eggs. Oh, Vug. Geo pocket. And then look at the white opal. How wavy that is. That just looks like it's like mountainside, cliff sides on a beach or something somewhere, looking out onto the water and seeing the clouds, or it could be just looking out into the plains from the mountains and those are the clouds, or snow-covered mountains, or those are the clouds and them are the snow-covered mountains. Use your imagination. However you want to look at it. That's freaking beautiful. Rick's gonna be mad when he sees this one. Rick Smith, buddy. I'll have to ask around, see if anybody can get hold of some of these, but I need to figure out where some of these came from, because man, they are some good ones. Yeah. That one's alright. Just basically plain chalcedony. Ooh. Ooh. Look. That's a thunder egg. That's a daggum thunder egg. It's not a Malawi. It's a daggum thunder egg. With that inside. There you go. Yeah, I mean, guys, come on. A thunder egg. Looks like that inside. By the way, that's going to be my thumbnail. And holding that up close and taking me a screenshot. Everybody that sees the thumbnail, they're going to be like, what the heck is that? You're going to realize that that's a tiny little thunder egg until you get to that point. Thunder egg. This one ain't that good. It's got some color to it though. There's another one with pink. Another one with some opal in it. Looks like some pseudomorph action going on in this one. I mean, it's awesome when you look at it up close. I would say most people would look at this one and just kind of toss it to the side, because from here, after seeing some of those other ones, it's like, eh. But when you give it some attention to detail, you see that fine detail that makes it really cool. So yeah, that one will be hard to polish probably. I can feel how gritty it is, but that's got potential to be really cool. You don't see pink. Where do you see pink besides rhodonite? Thulite, rose quartz. That ain't rose quartz in that. This one might have been better cut the other way, but it was really flat. So if I cut it that way, maybe I'd got a little bit of that waterline more showing. But it's cool how you can see the depth down inside there and see the bots and the formation underneath the chalcedony. Yeah, not bad. But I mean, can't beat that one. That one right there, Lord mercy, that one was awesome. All right, this one's already hanging half open. I'm gonna have to wet these again though. Good size Brazilian. Yeah. Look at that white in that one. Kind of like that thunderegg, right? The white opal has that waviness to it. But look at the color in that thing. Color transition in the water lines right there. A water line right there going up through that flow channel. That's beautiful. See, a lot of people don't really pay attention to the edge. The edges of these things can have pretty cool details too, like eyes. Especially these Brazilians. I've seen several of these. I've got several of these that's got great eyes on them. All right. Yep, it's got bands. I got a few fractures coming into it. Nice little geode pocket. It's really cool the way that has that contrast in color for that band going right through there. It's like a blue or smoky gray or something. Yeah, my blade is really having trouble. Look at that. That's all from the blade, that darkness right there. See if I can get some of that off. It'll come off when I polish it. Make some butterfly wings out of that. It's thick enough, easy to make couple slabs off of them. Yeah, nice. I love Brazilians. Another one with that white waterline opal flow channel with water lines. Another flow channel right there, looks like maybe. That one's got a couple. Look at that little section. That's wild. You can see whatever that is, how it interrupted the agate fortification banding right there. There's a little blowout right there. Yep. And the last one, this was the first Brazilian I cut. Last one of the Brazilians, and I'm going to go to the islands. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's a geode. So it does have a fair amount of quartz, but it does have nice banding. And look at, I mean, that looks like trees, like off in a distance you see. I mean, it's so scenic. That's awesome. Nice little crystal bug or geo pocket. Didn't really look at this side real good. Let's move it back. Yeah. Hey Cheryl, I got these from Richardson, so you always ask me where I get all these daggum agates. So, and of course, these right here I got from Highland Park. These are the island agates. And I cut this one pretty much just how I wanted to. I avoided that window right there. I tried to cut a little bit more into that so I could get a little bit more into that little tip, but I didn't. And I avoided that back there pretty well. And I think I did a pretty good job. And I think it is a really pretty agate. Really pretty. It's got a lot of surface fractures from the cutting. All their little white squiggly lines running that way will come out when you polish it. Because that blade is so bad, I need to get a new blade. beautiful. Yep. I did pretty good with my cuts. So this one had the window on that side, window on that side, and just this thin part of the window right there. It was wider than it thinned out, you know. And I mean, you couldn't avoid at least something, but I think I did pretty good. It's got almost a completely full face. There's a little bit of brokenness right there on the very tip of that. Oh, look at that. Look at the colors in that. Tell you what, those island agates are freaking pretty. I am not disappointed in either of them so far. Now this one was one I said I wish I could clamp it to cut it at an angle. And I pretty much cut it just like I wanted. There's still a lot there, but there's, you know, that window right there. I mean, I was trying to avoid the windows and stuff like that, you know, but I didn't spray this one. I think I did all right job avoiding the windows, but there's still, you almost couldn't see some of it. That's still pretty though. Got the saw marks on it. Because a lot of these things are so beat up. I mean, you know that there must have been more right through there, because it's kind of interrupted and broken right there. But I could cut that a few more times. Since it's not a good full face, I could actually cut this one to make pendants, make slabs for stuff. Had a little geode pocket with this one. Should have rinsed it off better. It was almost filled in pocket on that side there anyways. I feel like I need to turn it that way. Could probably cut that one again on this side and almost get rid of that quartz. That one goes too deep. It probably goes all the way over in here, but it's still pretty. Two more. This one is very disappointing. It breaks my heart. See that line there? Look how pretty that is. That's a saw marker, I think, or it might be another fracture. that's a saw mark. But that is a fracture. Beautiful. It's got parallax. Might be hard to see on camera. Yeah. Broke apart. Just fell right apart as I was cutting it. And that was the better side too. I could try to glue that, but you got a big valley right through the middle of that. So I think what needs to be done with this one is I can try to flatten that out a little bit, try to do like a dome polish on this side. Look at how much better that looks right there. That center part looks really good right there. It's too spread out right there. If not for the daggum windows, I would have probably cut that one differently. But they get beat up, man. And the biggin. Let me spray it. That's a big agate. Let me just give this a little bit more attention. It's got great crystal in there. Good big points. See that one right there, this one right here, that one right there, one back in there. Great. I mean, I'd be happy to find a geode around here with crystals like that in it. And I speculated that that pocket don't go any deeper, and I was right. Look at that thing though. Look at the colors in that. It's got some fracturing. This will look better when it's polished. Man, that's just awesome color. And in case you can't tell, that's amethyst in there. How is it amethyst in there? Maybe because that was exposed to sunlight too much and the amethyst faded. But that's purple in the center there. Yeah, had a little bit of trouble cutting it. Broke apart. Well, just busted out right there. Pretty agates. And out of all that, little thundereggs are just as nice to me as all that right there. They are awesome. Okay, let me get this turned around. Well, I guess I should show the UV, so hold on. Let's turn this last light off and get to showing it with the UV Beast V3 365. Let's go beast mode. Oh yeah, hold on. That thing there, these little thundereggs are showing really green. Look at that. In hand, all this is really green, and that's a really deep green. On camera here, it looks more yellow, but it's definitely more green in person. Look at that green. Hold on. How much light coming in from the outside. Definitely got some green in that. It looks damn purple on the outside of that one. That one had a little bit of green up on top. Definitely got some green in that one. Some purple. That's the quad. Huh. Well, you can see right there how different each little pocket was and how individual they are, because every one of them's got different colors in it. Yep. Let's see. That really good red one. It's green. That Sumatran don't show much. You know, Brazilians, I've only run across a few of them. You know, that one that I cut, what was it, last week or the week before, it definitely had green in it. It's got a little bit. See it better in person. And it's purple, and underneath that white, it looks purple. It might just be the light. Yeah, it's not really. The island agates, you know, I'm not seeing a heck of a whole lot with any of these. Just a little bit of white. Yeah, they're not really showing much of anything. I mean, there's no green. I mean, they're showing a little bit of white, you know what I mean? But not really showing any green or any other wild colors. This one's got some surface stuff, but that's not unusual either. Yeah, see, that's not showing anything really. Yep. That's it. A couple of those thunder eggs were pretty good. I mean, look how bright that little center is right there. I don't see any. Well, that outside, just like with a lot of other stuff, got some crazy phosphorescence. I don't think this does. Oh, it does. That's the inside, not the outside. That's that little quad. Okay. That one? Nope. That's probably going to have some on the outside. Yep. Don't see any more white on any of them other ones. A little bit on that one. That'll be, yep. Yep. Every time you get that white on the outside of stuff, a lot of times it's going to be phosphorescent. And it just lingers. That's about it. Okay, hold on, guys. All right, guys, tell me what you think. What was your favorite? Only three things, types of different material that I cut. I cut the little thing, baby thunder eggs, some medium, small, whatever size Brazilians, and those island agates. I like it all. I have to say, I'm just still a little bit enamored with those little thunder eggs. There's a couple of those that are just, oh, stinking good. But then again, there's a couple of those Brazilians that are really, really good. I don't know, the island agates are good. They're good. But they're just not, for the price of them, I'd rather have Brazilians. Every one of those Brazilians I cut were good. Every one. Now, pretty much all the islands I cut were good. I had a couple of the mini thunder eggs there that were okay, not great. But as far as wow factor, to me, a couple of those thunder eggs have bigger wow factors than anything else. I don't know, or at least, let's just say it this way, they at least are as good, because there's some good Brazilians too. There's some good stuff. But yeah, I still got plenty of those thunder eggs. I still got some bigger thunder eggs. I still got plenty of stuff to cut. And I still got 8 of the Brazilians that I did not cut. I only cut 4. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of them. Had to count. I'm a hillbilly tricker. Counting ain't fun. I don't like doing math. Actually, I'm pretty good at it. Okay, guys. I'm Jay. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this, leave me a comment. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe. Don't cost anything. I could do members, but I'm not doing that. You get me for free. We'll see y'all later. Vicky should be home anytime. I'm gonna have to start getting ready for making some dinner. Gonna make some spaghetti. That's kind of one of my specialties. She loves it. All right, later guys. Bye.